Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. Paratalk Radio is a member of radio.com. Download the app, search Paratalk Radio. One word. That's it. Pretty easy peasy. Radio.com.
WLFE-DB Radio is on Spotify with all its great shows like Across the Pond, Inside the Drag Closet, Step into the Paranormal, Just Cindy, Where's My Sage, Unfiltered Talks with Bryce, Metal Mayhem ROC, Paratalk Radio, Real Talk with Dom, and more. So download the Spotify app today to stay connected to all your WLFE-DB radio shows.
You've been listening to WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows.
Small hollow in North Carolina. There have been several Bigfoot sightings.
Hunters may need to be on the lookout for something other than deer when they hit the woods this week.
He hadn't been spotted recently, but according to these pictures, the legendary Mothman is back.
The number of UFO sightings is soaring tenfold over the past 25 years.
Now, she's not talking about people. She is talking about ghosts hanging around what some say is a real-life haunted house.
You're listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy on Paratalkradio.com, a member of the WLFE digital broadcast family. Paratalk Radio is your one-stop for all things paranormal, the unknown, and the supernatural. Join us every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for discussions and guests on topics such as ghosts, hauntings, Bigfoot, UFOs, and more. This broadcast is rated M for mature and is intended for listeners over 16. The topics, views, and opinions expressed on our show may not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Paratalk Radio, our hosts, or our sponsors. Now, live from J-Wolf Production Studio in Ontario, New York, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
Hi, everybody.
I was like, oh, damn, I left the background on.
I was like, what's going on? I was like, I'm so confused right now. You got me, Teddy.
I got myself on that one. I was like, wow, what was I doing?
That's so funny. I'm just turning my volume stuff down.
Yeah, I tried to start a watch party.
I didn't do a watch party, but I just did I shared it on my Facebook page.
Yeah, I tried, and unfortunately, I couldn't see it, and I don't know why.
Okay, guys, just so you know, I've got my Coke out. I'm about to take it. It's fine. It's normal.
She's got her Coke out. How funny. How funny.
What? So they're going to be like, you don't drink Coke.
So tonight, wow, he's loud tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Very loud. Anyways.
He's so entertaining, Teddy.
Is he? Is that what it's called?
I think that's what it's called, especially since his mom has warned him twice already that he better be quiet because I'm going live. Yes.
He's got it, but he doesn't got it, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean, Teddy Poo Poo. I don't have my glasses on.
All right, well,
I have a migraine.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. I have a
All right.
migraine right now, so I've been fighting taking medicine, and I'm like, I just have to take it because I won't be able to go through the show if I don't.
Yeah,
and then I have these two fuck.
Yeah, that's gonna be an annoyance tonight. Rob and Joan Carter, hello for joining the party.
Hi guys. Yes,
Who
I'm
else?
licking my Coke off of here too.
Barry Martz, hey, you both at the same time. Yippee.
It's actually Goody's powders, everybody. Goody's headache powders. That's what I use for my migraines. Excuse me. Hang on. Hold that thought right there.
All right. Robert White, you went for the dramatic void. James Schrull says, Ted. James. Barry says, hi, Cindy. Hi, Ted. Robert White, you didn't bring enough for everyone? James says you're supposed to sniff it.
I do share.
He says you're supposed to sniff it.
Yeah, no way. And the hell to the no.
Chanel says, hello, sweethearts.
Hi, Chanel.
Barry March says, smoking whiskey and drinking cocaine.
Snorting whiskey and drinking cocaine. That's what we should be doing.
Hello from Rochester.
Hi, Joe Chase.
Yep,
this is what I'll be eating for the night, guys, just so we're aware, if we're curious.
Keto bombs.
Look at these. They're just delicious. Oh, my God. Oh, God, they're so good. I'm craving chocolate right now for sweetness.
Well, you know, we got a really different. We have something cool tonight because tonight, I mean,
hi, Dom.
Yeah, there's Dom. Working on headache now, Cindy.
Thank you, Robert.
James says you're an amateur. Don't spit it out.
James!
Is that cream soda?
No, it's Irish ginger ale. And look, it says made with sparkling love.
Nice. Robert saying, here's hoping the bomb party isn't explosive on the way out. Exactly. So before we get into our guest, I don't know if everybody's seen this, but this is a necklace that Miss Jenna had made for me.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
And my cousin does these bomb things. She's got the show that she does. And $140 ring.
Is it Tiger's Eye?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Complete silver. Yeah, that's retail on it. And I won it from her the other night. I picked it up today, which is really cool. There's
the Fizzy Girls, right?
Yeah, like the Fizzy Girls. My cousin's just like they, except hers are different companies.
Got it.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. How are you, honey?
Yeah. So, you know,
Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Who just did that? Where did that come from?
Oh, that came from us. I have that little thing. You know,
what is it?
It's
on my nose.
I can't get the volume to go up though. Wait a minute, let me see. Oh, there we go. That might work now.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
That is actually there's a reason for that tonight because a really good friend of mine is going to be joining me tomorrow afternoon. We are going to be on WLFE DB Facebook. We're going to be doing a last minute, like off the cuff acoustic show between myself and Daryl from the band Double Cross, my old band. We're going to kind of do something tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon on WLFE for an hour.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you'll have to watch for it. And he does
Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
He does the voice. And so tonight that's my little thing for him. Just in case he's, watching. somewhere out there. So, tonight it's going to be fun. We're going to be talking with Lindsay Amico. You know how this works, folks. Geez, I can't talk today. I'm going to read a little bit of her bio here. It says Lindsay Amico is a mindset coach in Buffalo, New York. Her business, Picture Perfect Mind, focuses especially on helping people to feel better on a day-to-day basis with mindful, motivational, and thought management tools. With an approach that goes beyond stress reduction, Lindsay provides people with the tools to release limiting beliefs and connect to their true purpose. Lindsay also facilitates mindful and self-development workshops for patients, caregivers, and employees at Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center.
Wow.
So that's who's going to be joining us tonight. I'm so excited she's going to be here. And what's really nice about that is she is also joining WLFE DB Radio Network starting this Friday. She's going to have her own show on WLFE on Friday nights at 7 o'clock. We're so excited that she's going to be a part of the family and doing this whole live thing. And I see her. She just popped in. She's in the back room there, kind of smiling a little. I see it. Yeah, just ahead. There she goes. She's smiling now.
Funny, you're so crazy. I love it.
I know. I'm trying.
He's trying to make you laugh.
Yeah. All right. So I will bring her in just a second. Chanel says, Cindy, you need to come to my show Thursday. I have a lot of new things in your tarot deck still.
I know.
She'll get there.
Deck or deck? Yeah,
Decks.
it should be my tarot deck. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll get there.
Yeah.
And Miss Genevieve Kelly.
Hi, Genevieve. How are you, honey?
Nice to see you.
Hi,
Michelle
Michelle
Millins. Yeah. Why do you say millions? Is that how it's actually pronounced?
It says millians. So I say millions, because that's how it looks, is millions. How do you say it?
I say million. See, now I can't do it because you said it. It's millions to me.
Millions? I don't know. Michelle, you need to tell us who's right.
All right. So, hello, Technical Bigfoot, Mr. Mike. All right. So, without further ado, let's get her in here. Ta-da!
Hi, Lindsay.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's so nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you too. I'm sorry. I wish I was better company. Hopefully, my medicine kicks in soon.
Oh, are you sick?
I have a migraine.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No worries. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hi, Patricia. That's Dom's mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hi.
The Dom's mama.
The Dom's mama.
The Dom's mama.
We do.
We love her. We love Patricia. She freaking rocks.
All right. So I just read your bio that you sent me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Which was awesome. But my first question for you is, what is a mindset coach?
That's a great question. I mean, some days...
She's like, I don't know. Why are you asking me this question? That's what...
Oh my gosh.
Hey, can I ask what your background is before we go in and talk about it? Because I would like to know the background of like what your... If you have college education, if you're not, if you don't, it's fine too. But
yes.
I'm curious how you got here. So I'd love to hear your educational.
Cool.
Of course. It's been a journey. So basically, I went to Northeastern University and I studied political science, environmental studies, law and public policy. And I was like, I'm going to be in the nonprofit world. It's funny. Because I started off as a psych major. So looking back, I'm like, I totally knew I was on this path.
Right.
So
that's where I wanted to go with it, because I thought, I'm like, mindset is actually psychology.
But you know what's weird about that is all three of us took psych. Like, okay,
really?
So yeah.
I'm a psych major.
It's that foundation of the. So I've always been a more anxious individual, and now, of course, discovering I'm an empath and all of this stuff, and it's like, yes, getting active.
Robert.
What did Robert say?
Getting active.
He says, mindset coach, taking a boot to the butt in your mind to get it active again.
Yes.
It is like a workout, truly. Like we have the ability and the power to rewire our mind, which is so powerful. But I've always been more anxious. I went away to school in Boston. I came back and I was having this difficult time retransitioning into Buffalo. I'm from Buffalo. And I started to learn more about how thoughts create our reality, but we are not our thoughts.
That's right, girl.
And it was this huge mind-blowing moment of like, wait a second. I am a separate entity. I'm a separate entity from my thoughts. It's like, it was so profound to me. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now I can begin. Hi, Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Wow, look at we got everybody here.
Right? The fam bam. I know, Cindy, I didn't know you would be on tonight, so this is a treat. That's awesome.
Wait, this is partly my show too, right?
I didn't know that.
I was like, wait a second. I was like, hosted without knowing about this? I just got my third year. What?
Ted was like, do you want to be on? And I'm like, sure. I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
I thought it was interesting when I read it. I was like, wow, we're having a mindset coach. I mean, this is not normally what we usually have on Mondays, but I love it. This is like another treat for me that Teddy's giving to me. He keeps giving me these great interviews for me.
And this was not trying.
Not paranormal, because he knows I'm paranormal, but this is just like my...
she's paranormal because she ain't close to normal at all.
None of us are. None of us are. Oh, that's right. So that was like my little nudge into, okay, maybe mindset holds something for me. And then this whole journey, I went into health coaching. And once again, so I was working 3 years and she was
Now, we'll warn you ahead of time. Robert, we have a few of them in here. They're jokesters. They have a lot of fun, but they've been following us from the beginning. They are unbelievable people.
So Robert was here before me.
Yeah, and he's from Australia.
So cool. I've never been.
Down under.
Down under.
I'm only partly normal. Right, Robert, is right.
Oh, I forgot. I got to do that. I have something really cool for Robert.
Yeah.
I was going to do for him. You guys talk. I'm going to be here, but I'm going to be playing with something on the screen, so I might slow down a hair, but I got to find something. But I'll be back.
No problem.
Yeah, okay,
so basically I was called into health coaching, and I was working at Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center in Buffalo, New York. I was working with youth. I was doing a lot of community engagement. I'm like living my ideal nonprofit life. Yeah. And all of a sudden this intuitive voice is like, hey, it's not that you shouldn't be doing this, but there's something more. And it started this like redirection process of discovering all the stuff, the spiritual journey that so many of us are on. And it kind of evolved from there.
Okay, I feel like you are like 26 or 27 years old. Now, do you mind telling me how old you are?
I'm 30.
So they told me that you were my daughter's age. And she's going to be 30 in August.
Nice.
So you look very young, and I love that we are that the way that the collective has opened us up in new and different ways. And we are younger and younger getting. It's funny because I thought I was so old, because maybe it's because I had a daughter, but I was.
You are old, girl.
Shut your mouth. Because I'm going to be 50 in April.
Oh my gosh, you look amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You have a 30-year-old. Damn, girl.
Yeah, I have a 30-year-old.
Amazing.
Damn, now you're her best friend. What the hell?
What's that?
I said, now she's your best friend because she told you you look great. Now what?
Right. Yeah, but I think like back then I thought I was so old, but it wasn't. I mean, when I was in college, I was learning for the first time learning like about reincarnation, and maybe it's because I was a mom already. I just always felt that I was so old, but looking back, I'm like, Cindy, you were a 21-year-old kid, like learning about all of these crazy things and having no idea that they had existed beforehand, right? And so now, and I look at you guys being so young, right? And I think, oh my God, you guys were so young when you learned. And then I'm like, wait a second. Oh yeah, I guess
you were too. Yeah,
I guess I was too. I didn't realize that until, hindsight's 2020 when we really start listening and looking back on things. But Spirit has a way of knocking on the door and asking if you're ready. And when they ask that question, you ding well better be ready for the roller coaster ride that ensues.
Have you guys ever seen that meme of like the kid going down the roller coaster and he's like freaking out and someone next to him is like, woo! And in the meme, it's like your spirit guide having all this fun. And me, I'm like terrified. I'm like, that's like my life. I'm like, oh, I got this thing figured out. Like, I'm good. And then I'm like, no.
I love the new TikToks they have where some of them are like, they're like me learning another lesson. Like,
yeah.
And then it's like, my guides.
Yep. Like, here you go. You said you wanted this.
My spirit guides. All of these things. Like my higher self is like, yay. And then my angels, they're having fun. And then spirit guides are going, yeah. And they're
I'm like, no. I like can't handle another lesson. I can't do it. And they're like, yes, you can. And you're going to.
I'm done.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So, well, let me show you on page 634, section G. You said you would do it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You agreed to this. I'm like, I did?
Do you remember the life contract that you signed, Cindy K. Thompson? No, please remind me. Hang on, I'm getting there.
I'm starting to think this was a bad idea.
You're going to be overpowered.
That really got my head though. Like the blood just rushed like whoosh. I'm like, oh, that wasn't funny. They're like, oh, you want to make fun of us, eh?
Let's test it. Let's test the waters. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
And then I don't know if you guys know this, but Christy played a huge role in me going into my business full time.
So for some reason, I feel like I saw you on one of Christy and Mike's shows, but I don't know if I don't remember actually seeing. I'm sorry, I'm just helping my.
Oh no, I know it's okay.
But I don't know if I actually saw like what you did or anything at that point. I was only able to catch a few minutes, and I saw. But I saw your face just now, and I'm like, man, I know I've seen her face before. And then I saw Mike come in, and then I saw Christy come in. I'm like, ding, 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 that's where it was.
Yeah, they definitely encouraged me. Mike got me hooked up into you guys, and I'm really grateful. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Christy. They're a huge part of my human team here on Earth and going through the roller coaster.
That's so funny.
So yeah, but I went to Christy and I was like, okay, I want to become a coach. Like, what's up with this? And like, she really was like, your guides are telling me you need to do this full time. And the second she said that, it was like my stomach dropped. I was like, I wasn't expecting it. I was like, part-time, sure. It was like crazy.
That's funny.
And she was like, they're saying you're ready.
That's right. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm getting the lymph going in my body to try and relieve some of the pressure in my head. I don't know. I'm gonna just do anything I can to relieve some of the pressure in my head.
Maybe we can do like self-massage.
Yeah,
that's part of the show.
It is basically what we are doing, right?
It's good.
It is.
Watch out, Ted. You'll
That's
we're
okay.
just touching ourselves. I mean, we're not. Oh wait, no, not that kind of touching ourselves.
I accidentally knocked myself out, and then I come back, and you guys are like rubbing yourselves.
It's fine, Teddy. We all rub ourselves.
Robert White says, in the Middle Ages, you would have been considered old at 21, but nope, you're still very much young.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, very true.
And he follows it up with, follows it up with, it would be so much easier if they could just insert the information you need to know into a mind drive and upload while sleeping instead of while you are awake hearing a high-pitched buzz.
Yes. Oh, goodness. I just had that the other day, actually. I was sitting on the couch watching Mindhunter. I don't know if I have this sick fascination with serial killers.
I've heard of the show.
I really have always just, because it's the psychology of their brains and how they work. Like, I love that psychology stuff, right? I know I'm a total dork when it comes to that. And I'm okay. Like, it's like, yeah, I was watching Mindhunter.
Cindy.
What?
I'm watching you on TV.
You are? Oh, that's Krista Cesare.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're on the network right now. Our stream is over there playing right now.
That's fun, Teddy.
While we have a second, I want to do something quick because I kind of want to explain to people what's been going on here. One of the first things I want to do is I want to
explain to me, because I'm behind the times. I haven't read all of our. I can't catch up. I have 2 groups I haven't caught up on.
This is for Lindsay, actually.
Love chatting about spiritual awakening? Want to learn more about connecting with source energy and allowing the universe to act on your behalf? Well, grab a beverage and welcome in the weekend with Lindsay every Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. on her show, Card Pulls and Coffee, as she channels messages from the divine realm or chats with a guest. Lindsay is a mindset coach, intuitive channel, and energy clearing practitioner. If you're feeling stagnant, overwhelmed, or full of self-doubt, Lindsay will guide you to come back to remembering who you really are. Join Lindsay here on WLFE DB Radio.
I love it.
I know I set it up to the Dropbox for you, and you're like, "Oh, I love it. This is so good."
Did you see? Like I wasn't paying attention, but I was.
Did you see the outro? Did you get the outro yet?
Not yet. No.
Oh, girl, do you want me to play it for you?
Sure.
That's exciting.
Oh my God, you're gonna love it. Well, I hope you love it. I know
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will.
I know I did. I worked on them today, and I'm just like, oh, we got to get these done for her. So I was, scamming through stuff, and
scamming
or scanning. Sorry,
okay,
scanning through stuff.
Don't scam anything.
I got a little bit of phlegm, and you know how like when you talk and it's sitting in the back of your throat.
Yes, all the time.
It's like I swallowed a damn frog, and the damn thing won't go away. But so I said, if I start riveting, I can't even talk. Croaking.
I start croaking. We're sending the ambulance.
But,
please don't croak.
Yeah. So anyways, I thought, I told you when I was trying to put your stuff together, I'm like, I usually just let things guide me to your video and your music. And that's what happened. So I'm like, well, I hope this is good. And then when you came back and you said I loved it, I'm like, well, put that one up there for Teddy, another gold star.
Good job. I know.
Awesome.
You can never do enough,
Well, when you think of the title Card Pulls and Coffee, I was thinking about it like all night, and I'm like, simple, kind of elegant, but just simple, in your face, like informational, nothing really off the wall fancy, but something just nice that you can just get all the information from real quick and just say, it's time to relax. It's time to drink my coffee. It's time to, enjoy the show.
Or my tea or my wine or whatever you want.
Or my
water.
Jack Daniels.
I was just going to say that one for you, Daddy.
And I get to drink it out of my cup. I mean, literally, my cup.
Yes.
Yes, Teddy. I like the one that you did of me. I like
and then I even have an on-to-go cup of me.
Oh my gosh. Are those on the store? Can I purchase one?
Yeah, they're right on. You want one of me? Oh my God, I'm flattered. But yeah.
I would.
Teddy,
Everybody's drinking off me.
Those were hand drawn?
Yeah.
Because yours looks exactly like you.
I know.
Yours
But
looks
anyways, so now that I've wasted a second, here you go, Lindsay. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we
Thank
go.
you so much for joining Card Pulls and Coffee with Lindsay. Every episode is a joy sprung from a tree of life. We hope you'll join us next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Remember to share and like and follow. Until next week, let the stars you follow keep you safe.
Gosh, Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
I love it. I saw the Baby Yoda too. It was killing me.
So, what do you think?
It's great.
Baby Yoda.
I love Baby Yoda, but you know what? I haven't been able to finish the newer season because I am so nervous.
I know. I haven't. I've seen a few of The Mandalorian and I really enjoyed them. And then my son finished it and I'm like, that's not nice. Like, why did you watch it?
I haven't seen any of it.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
it's
I like
cute.
it.
It's really good. I love Star Wars. I'm obsessed with Star Wars. So somehow
I have to say that I don't know if I've seen a whole movie through even the old ones. When
I watch one every night.
Oh my God, really?
I love it. Then that's perfect for you, that little Baby Yoda.
Well, do you know what I watch every night?
Godzilla. You're like dozing off and you're just like hearing his roar.
Yeah, I got a new one, Cindy.
Ooh.
He's actually called, his tail's a little bit. He's actually called the tail swiper, so it's like his tail's there and you can swipe it. It'll move for you.
Yes, I see.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, shit. You better watch out.
Whipping his tail.
I didn't fix my eyelashes today, so.
No, that's okay.
It's fine.
Oh, my chair keeps popping on me. One of these days I'm going to end up on the floor, so when I just kind of like disappear.
Please don't.
I'll be on the floor. You'll hear a big thump, and that'll be all you hear. But
no problem. We'll carry on without you.
We'll catch you. It's fine.
Yeah. So how excited are you about getting your show started?
I'm so excited.
Are you starting this Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, so
pumped. I'm starting to promote it. I'm for anyone that pops on and asks for a card pull this week and comments, I'm offering a free, I'm popping them into a sweepstakes, little competition.
Fun.
And I'm going to pull a name randomly and someone's going to get a free one-on-one. So it's a little incentive.
That's exciting. So tell us what you're doing. What do you do? So I'm assuming that you have gifts. What are your gifts? Please explain.
I was waiting for her to say doo-doo, because once in a while, you know how people, when they talk, they say do.
I do.
And I always have to, interrupt and point and laugh and go, you said doo-doo.
Right. I mean, it's only fitting and fair that, and I feel like I've been at the end of that pointing.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, sorry. Let's get back to your fun there with your show. I'm sorry.
So what do I do? This is a great question. So it's really evolved. I feel like every month it evolves, but I really feel like I'm an intuitive channel. I receive messages from the divine. It's typically on my right. I do receive messages once in a while from someone passed over. Christy says I'm a medium. I'm still working on that skill set and believing her now. I'm sure she's right. She's usually right. And I am an energy healer. I'm certified in the spiral, which is a really deep. Yeah, so it's created by Dane Thomas. He wrote a book called Clear Your. Am I allowed to swear on this show?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Clear Your Shit.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Right?
Oh, that's just a dinky word.
That's just a little guy.
Of course, if my godson Wyatt was here, he said, "Don't say that. That's a bad word." He's
It's just
7.
a blue word. It's fine. Shit is a blue word. It's not what everybody thinks as a brown word, but it's a blue colored word. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about these word colors.
Oh
Me
no,
neither,
I
but
think
that
that
worked.
up. No,
Oh.
so all of swear words have colors associated with them.
Cindy, you should do a book on that. You should do a little handbook on what swear words are with color.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
I could totally do that.
Do you know how many mothers would take that and start their
about it and express the colors that go with it? They're like, "Oh my God, that makes so much sense." I'm like, I know, right?
Blue, brown.
It's not a brown word. I haven't really found any brown words. That's definitely just a blue word.
Love it. So, any Hoosers, Spirit was like, hey, you gotta go through the spiral. And it's basically, it goes through the 7 chakras, and at each level, it clears root emotions that have essentially been trapped in your system. Voodoo.
Voodoo, you do so well.
Robert.
And it's the best way I can describe it is like we all have this conditioning that we've picked up, whether it's from past lives or throughout our lives, and it's these emotions that become trapped in our system. And it's like when we want to do the thing, like we want to public speak, or we want to write the book, or we want to be on the show, or we want to start the new career, but it's like that paralyzed will that's like, okay, my mindset is right. I'm there with the mindset, but why can't I get there energetically? So this whole, it's like deconstructing the foundation and then building the house on that. And it's pretty in depth. And after I went through it, I was like, I need to get certified in this because it's just like
amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah. It's very amazing. So that was like last year. I went through spiral twice. I went through womb spiral. I became a spiral practitioner. Like it was this huge learning how to muscle test for myself and other people, and getting into space of manifestation clears, like just clears between individuals, all this stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I was like, there's more to mindset, because it's like, yes, mindset's important, but I think we all know it's like physical, emotional, energetic, spiritual, mental. It's not just mental. If it was just mental, we'd all be like, oh, boop, I got it. Right mindset. And it was just, it's not that easy.
Not that.
So that's one of my things I do. And so I do a lot of coaching. I work with a lot of companies. I just did a presentation today on burnout. So I'm kind of a jack of all trades, but I just want people to connect to their authentic self and be able to really break down the barriers and the limiting beliefs that society has put on us. So
we're live on the TV right now.
Hello.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. It's really cool. Like, we got to talk about that at some point.
Yes, we do.
For sure. So yeah, that's a little bit about what I do. I could talk about this stuff for hours. So you guys, and I want to hear more about.
Tell us about your speaking event that you did today. Tell us a little bit about it.
So it was on burnout and building resilience. So
fantastic. And so you went into a private company.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And I gave a presentation really talking about what burnout is, talking about stress, talking how our bodies are impacted by stress, recognizing if you're in burnout, really coming into a space of vulnerability to be like, I'm actually kind of struggling here, because as we know, so many of us don't want to admit when we're struggling. Like even today with your migraine, it's like, okay, we kind of just continue to push forward. And we're taught, I mean, I'm sure we all have these beliefs somewhere in our system, but we're taught stay strong, don't show weakness, continue to show up, whether you're a stay-at-home parent or you have this huge career or you're somewhere in between. And if you take a break, there's something wrong with you. And that is just total BS.
I agree with you. I am of the mindset, because I have become allergic to so many medications that I am almost to the point of phobia when I take a medication. So I dang well better be to the point of super amount of pain before I take anything. So it's just, I was tired of struggling with it.
Compassion fatigue.
Yes, Genevieve. Holy shit balls. That's crazy.
I have never heard that term.
I haven't heard the term, but
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, I do too. I have never heard it that way, but yes.
Okay, Genevieve girl, you need to come on the show again soon and explain some of these things.
Well,
because
I understand it, compassion. So let's talk about that for one quick second, just so we can understand what she's talking about. Compassion fatigue would have to do with those of us that are empathic and pick up on other people's emotions. When you are empathetic and have compassion for others, you then are getting drained. That draining would be the fatigue. Hence what I get all the time, day in and day out. And it's at times can be debilitating. Like you just, the only thing you can do is veg, and that's it. So compassion fatigue, that is an amazing way to put it, Genevieve. Thank you. It's just, I always just call it being drained. And I know that my abilities. So
and it's like and sometimes it's like whether it's the collective too. It's just feeling this energy of the collective. Like I have definitely gotten into a space where I'm like, oh, I should text that friend. But I don't feel like I can hold space. I'm like, okay, they're going to ask me what's new. And I'm going to be like, I don't even know what to say.
So now because we're using terminology that a lot of people may not understand, I would like you to explain holding space.
Sure. Oh yeah, that's great. So I feel like for me, holding space is being able to, whether it's hearing someone vocally or feeling them energetically, or, it doesn't have to look like venting, but basically whether I'm just holding space and hearing them talk and listening to them, or I'm providing a solution. Essentially, when I'm doing that, I am taking on their energy to some degree, right? And becoming more aware, because I didn't know any of this before. And I have had experiences that I've just been like, what is wrong with me? And it's like, you're taking on the world.
So can I would actually have you not try to take on their energy when you're holding space, because that's not what you should be doing from my understanding of holding space, what I would prefer you to do, because I don't want you to take on anymore, especially if you're empathic, because then you're just allowing this unboundaried thing, right, to keep allowing you to take your energy in that we don't want. So if I could just have you maybe adjust your thought process of holding space is clearing some space in your heart, right? Allowing the person that you care for, love, unconditional love, to live their life the way that they choose to live it, whether or not it's how you would live your life, right? So it's a non-judgmental, unconditional love of allowing them to live their life how they want to live it. And just being there and holding that space of love for them. Non-judging, non-judgmental, unconditional, just letting them be who they need to be in that moment.
See, this is something I've never heard before. I don't know why I've never heard of it.
Holding space is huge, yeah.
Well, I define holding space as just if I have a client or something and I'm in their energetic field, especially if I'm muscle testing for them, it's like we have a connection. So that's
an interesting way of thinking about it.
Yeah, just even talking to a friend, I define that as holding space, and then being like, if I'm leaving and I'm feeling drained, which oftentimes I am, it's like, well, I have to continue to live my life, but how can I get back to my energy? How can I pull my energy back in? And, we can talk about all the things, but how am I grounding myself? How am I setting up walls around myself, invisible barriers to make sure that darker or lower vibe entities. I mean, I feel like you guys probably, I want to hear more about your paranormal experiences, as I've never seen the show before.
Cool. Well, we're just real quick, because I wanted to find out from her. I just got Genevieve to join us.
Hi.
Hello. So I'm learning. I'm actually learning from Cindy and Lindsay, and now I want to learn from you. Kind of explain this fatigue thing you're talking about, the compassion.
I feel like
fatigue.
I'm really blurry. What's going on?
You are blurry. Yeah, that's what I was just
wipe the camera.
Put your hand up.
Just wipe the camera itself, maybe.
Did.
Maybe you're a little. There you go. It's better.
Okay, cool. So compassion fatigue is sometimes called the cost of caring. It is all of that. It's all of that. Yeah, it's all that energy that we put out, whether in our caregiving, like whether you're caring for people or animals, or if you're in what you're doing, absolutely is someone that can get compassion fatigue. So it's a really well-known syndrome in caregiving professions, and it actually was first identified in nursing.
It makes sense. Absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, and there's I can send you guys some resources about it. I'm a compassion fatigue educator, and I do a lot of work with people who work with animals.
That
Makes
wild.
so much sense to me, though.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
And it's interesting that they even they explored it as far as animals, because I know that when I do pet communications, when I do readings with animals, it's draining for me, even with animals. It's funny because you have to communicate in a different way than you communicate with spirit. I feel like it's a little different. You have to use more energy for them to understand them.
And I came to finding out and learning about compassion fatigue because I am a certified pet loss counselor.
What is it?
Pet loss counselor. So I deal with people who've lost.
Wow, that's
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had that.
Yeah, let me switch my ears. I think my ears are backwards. Sorry, I just jumped on real quick. I'm like, Teddy sent me the StreamYard, and I was like, okay, cool.
Well, I figured, what the hell? I want to be surrounded by beautiful women tonight.
Teddy, but he does not like the boobs.
No, I'm not a boob guy. Give me a hairy chest, and I'm all about that.
Let me show you that. I really don't have it, just so we're clear.
Just so everyone's on the same page.
Just so we are clear. My father, however, had the hairy chest.
I just found it quite interesting. Like tonight, I didn't know what to expect tonight, because first off, that's why one of the first things I wrote down was mindset coach. I had no idea what that was. And, and then when you popped on, Genevieve, about this, fatigue, compassion fatigue, I'm like,
yeah, that's
all right. Well, I need to know it. Oh, look at that.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding.
Oh,
I feel like she came when Genevieve came on, because she could
they follow me.
That makes sense.
They follow me.
She's like, hey, listen up, bitch. Now I got some complaints.
She can tell, as you know, animals with energy. Oh my gosh. If I'm meditating or doing something, she's like, what are we doing? What's up?
What's up? That's your familiar, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there. That's your familiar.
You guys are all nuts, but I'm loving this.
Ted's talking, and
cool.
I'm like, wait a minute. I've got one normally, Cindy. Now I got two more. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know what to do.
Oh man.
Hey,
that's not my sign. Here's your sign. Wrong sign. Can you do a pentagram with your hands?
No, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. So, but it's just an interesting topic, because we don't normally, like on Paratalk Radio, we're a paranormal show. So normally we talk about things that are unknown or supernatural and stuff like that. So, every once in a while, because of Cindy being, Psychic Cindy and being Cindy, I love her to death. So it's like I try to find shows for her that she would like as well. It's not just all about Ted. And so, it's fun because we do our Bigfoot shows, our UFOs, our ghost stories and stuff. But believe it or not, and this is something that I'm hoping that you three will feel the same way. So I'm gonna make a statement or a question, and then you girls, starting with Cindy, and then down to Lindsay, and then over to Genevieve. It's like, do you personally feel that psychics, mediums, empath, all that, they belong in the paranormal as a genre? If that's where they belong?
Well, why not? I mean, because think of it this way: the paranormal, all it says is anything outside of the norm.
Right.
And psychic mediums are still, even though we have been more mainstreamed, we are still something outside of the norm. I mean, to this day, and I've been doing this since 97. I mean, I did it before that, but professionally since 97. And I still have spirits that won't necessarily talk to me right away because they still, even on the other side, still are thinking like, I didn't believe that existed on Earth. And I'm trying to acclimate right now that you literally are seeing me and communicating with my people about what I'm doing. And then it's one thing to try and convince a human, but then you have the spirit of the same thing. It's still the same thing, right? Whether it's spirit or whether it's a human, we're still in that place of not being the norm. We still are outside the parameters of everybody else. And so, because not everybody is using their gifts still. But the collective is trying to raise our vibration, but we still are working on that part. There's still always going to be the need for us that are channels, mediums, psychics. We still have that. And I think it's still necessary. And I think, yes, that we definitely belong in the paranormal.
Lindsay?
I had to look up the definition of paranormal.
That's okay, girl.
So,
That's okay.
For me, paranormal, the first thing I think of is like spooky ghosts.
Well,
but that is more of like the traditional, probably mainstream, right? Like thought.
Right.
My view is I truly believe that we all have gifts in terms of connecting. And so even if it may seem paranormal or we define it as such, it's actually not. It's actually everyone. It's just we've all pushed it down. And most of us don't choose to connect to it. But now, like Cindy said, we're raising into the age of Aquarius in this like new vibrational space of collective consciousness. And all of a sudden people are like, wait, now is the time. This is why I came here,
Oh no, I will agree with you, Lindsay. I absolutely know that I came into this life to help this change occur. It was as soon as I read that about 20 years ago in a book I was reading in regard to indigo children and crystal children, and it was talking about the change in consciousness, and I'm like, I just had an instant download and going, I understand exactly why we're here right now. I understand why I wanted to be here right now. It was important for me to be here.
Okay,
and
Genevieve.
I was part of it.
So my background is really science oriented, and I kind of define anything that's outside of what we can normally sense as paranormal. So I definitely think that psychics and mediums fall into that realm because, I mean, you guys are sort of like a conduit for something that's outside of what our normal senses can experience. So thank you for doing that. And take care of yourself so that you don't get compassion fatigue.
I love that you said that because it makes so much sense to me, right?
Yeah.
I just always call it being drained, right? And I know that because of what I do, I'm going to be drained, but I love that because there are times where I may not do any readings during the week, and I'm just doing my show, and that's one show. I mean,
Right.
I'm doing 3 shows, but however, I'm only doing a spiritual show once a week.
Yeah.
Right.
And that
But
really
if you're continuing to put all of that energy out there for all of these shows, and there's nothing that's, I mean, I'm not saying that things don't come back to you for that. I know that we get things back from that, but it's making sure that it's balanced,
right?
And that your self-care comes first.
Yes. And that's something that's been huge for me personally, especially last year to this year. Like I really, especially because I have 3 shows now, right?
Yeah.
Because I was putting myself out there a lot more in a different way where my energy can be thinned more, right? So yeah, I understand that completely.
There are like, and I hear this often, and it's more of the younger generation of ghost hunters and paranormal investigators and stuff like that. They're calling this thing the paranormal hangover.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
can understand
because
that too.
because they're exerting so much energy and everything that they do that the next day they normally take off of work because they're just spent.
They're so
And I have to say too, it's also about grounding in your own energy. So like if I take an hour to an hour and a half to meditate, I'm sure you guys have a practice, whether it's meditation or not. And then I work with a client, the experience is profoundly different. Like I am so tapped in because my cup is full.
Right.
So
well, like I know myself and Cindy are witches. Genevieve, are you a practicing witch as well?
Yes,
okay, she's something. I'm going to say yes, she's something over there. So I don't know about you, Lindsay. I don't know if you're in the. I don't know if you're in the pagan culture. If you do anything like that, or you are.
No, I mean I'm aware. I mean my family would call me a witch for sure.
Stop it! Stop it!
They're like, she's up there doing her voodoo. I'm like, guys, I'm on a paranormal talk show tonight. We had a witch watch in the back there. So just hold.
So Rob and Joan Carter said, I agree with Lindsay. I think we all have gifts. And I think that's important that we talk about because that has always been a premise, right? Lindsay brought it up. And that's one thing that I have said for years.
Yeah, from the beginning.
And you know that, Teddy. I have always said that everybody is psychic. Is everybody psychic in the way that my gifts are? No, not necessarily. Is everybody's gifts the same as Lindsay's? No, not necessarily. Are they all the same as Teddy? Not necessarily. Or Genevieve, right? We all have our own gifts psychically. And we can even call it gut intuition. Because if you think about it, we all have that little voice inside us that we should not disobey. But when we do, we're like, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't not listen to that little voice, right? That's what I like for people to understand is it's not necessarily the big, huge things of, hey, I talk to spirit and have these huge communications, or I allow spirit to channel through me and not aware of what I'm doing or saying because Cindy's back here, right? It's not always those big momentous things. Sometimes it is just that you can get the best parking spot in the whole place, like the closest all the time.
It's so funny how you say that. Well, the whole reason I brought it up is because when Lindsay was talking about grounding, it's one of the things that we were taught to do very young. And it's something that I used to do on a regular basis, especially in the summer, spring, and fall, which I love. I mean, I would drive and it'd be raining out. Now, I love thunderstorms. I love when it's raining. And I would drive and I'd see this freshly plowed field. I'd pull over, take my shoes off, and run out into the field and ground myself right then and there in the overturned soil. And there's a lot of there's something called the star technique, and I use that as well. And so there's a lot of different things that I use to ground myself, but most people don't understand that it's kind of like that premise that your church is wherever you are.
Yes, absolutely.
So your grounding is wherever you are. You can ground anywhere. You just need to. I don't care if you're sticking your finger in the dirt with a house plant. As long as you can ground,
you have to understand that some people just do their rituals and do everything in their mind. So they're literally visualizing themselves sitting at the base of a tree, the tree becoming part of their body rooting itself at the base to the earth, their legs rooting to the earth.
And she's seeing it right now. She's seeing it right now.
Their arms becoming part of the tree and hair becoming leaves, right? It's always about what your intention is.
The intention.
Right? And it doesn't matter where you are. You have to be able to come back to that space of center and ground yourself. So truly. Like, it doesn't matter. You can take yourself over to Australia with Robert, but it's just the matter of making sure that you place yourself in that space of literally grounding yourself.
I
live.
That earth energy is amazing.
Go ahead, Genevieve.
I live by the beach, so I just walk down the street and stick my feet in the sand.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Where do you, like, what beach do you mind me
I
asking?
live in New Jersey, so I live right on the start of the Jersey shore. So it's right.
I'm so jealous.
I
love the beach.
Listen, I'm a triple fire sign. I don't want to be near that water.
I'm all water. I'm
a Scorpio.
Me too. Me too.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, ladies. I'm a Capricorn.
Yes.
I have a lot of planets in Capricorn, so it's fine.
There you go. But I one of the things that I love doing, especially if I've had like a long investigation or something like that, I love getting in the shower, letting the water run over me. And unfortunately, I'm over 6 foot tall, so my shower is like I don't know why these people that make these things can't put that shower head a little higher. You know, but I think it's because my mom's only 5 foot, so she can't. But, you know, it's like when the water runs down, I mean, your visualizations and then allowing the water to come down and push all that shit out and fill you back up is
another visualization.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much of it.
Shit.
And it's one of those things too. I mean, even for me, like living this close to the water, there's so many things that are affected in our town by the tides and the cycle of the moon. Yeah. So I know that I can't go a certain street on a full moon during full tide. So it's like a nice connection back.
Wait, why? I'm so confused. What do you mean?
Because when the moon is full, the tides are higher. So some of our streets flood.
What?
Yeah,
we have a parking lot. Yeah, we have a big parking lot that floods. So it's like this, it feels so connected to the element, you know?
Mother Nature's got everything set and balanced. She knows what she's doing. So with things like that, I mean, there is so many things that I have found over the past being in, well, let's see, I'm 54. So started learning when I was like 8, 9. So that's how long ago I've been learning. And so like, everything that I've learned about this balance, and you just have to trust that Mother Nature knows what she's doing. She's been here a lot longer than I have, so who am I?
She'll be here a lot longer than all of us, right?
Yeah. So it's like, so you just kind of trust what she's doing, and that things will level off. So like with the shoreline and all that, I mean, there's just so many things. I mean, come on, one of the most talked about phases or things that we go through in life is the full moon. That is talked about the most. And what do you hear from people most of the time? All the crazies come out at the full moon.
Well, lunatic. That's where the word lunatic comes from.
Yeah. So it's like, you have to stop and think, it's like, so where did they get that from? Because somebody intelligent enough realizes that Mother Nature and the emotions and things that we have within ourselves are all connected. We are connected. Our roots run deep.
There are even scientific papers about it.
We are one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you, Genevieve. You got something else to do.
I got to get ready for Real Talk with Dom.
Okay. Well, it was nice having you on here. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, Lindsay.
You can come back anytime.
I love you guys. Have a good night. I'll continue to watch.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So on that note, we do have to take a break, but then we're going to come back and we're talk some paranormal stuff with Lindsay, and we're going to have some fun there as well. But real quick, I just want to kind of explain something because people have been blowing up my phone. They want to know about the TV show or the TV network. We are on stream.com, which is a TV network that basically runs all of our shows simultaneously on 3 channels. Now, we at WLFE, we can have up to 25 channels. We only have 3 at this moment. We have one that is called Paranormal View, and that channel holds everything within the paranormal. And our shows that are on there are like Paratalkradio, Step into the Paranormal, Where's My Sage? So anything paranormal is on that show or on that channel. And then the second one is called the LGBTQ Friends channel. And that is everything like Inside the Drag Closet, everything Got Nothing, Across the Pond. So, and then the final one that we have is called the Variety Unlimited channel. And what that is everything goes in there. I mean, it doesn't matter what your show is, it goes in there. And which is very, very cool. So you can, I mean, all the other shows that we have, they all just get placed in there. And what's really cool is the way this thing is set up. And I know you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but I'm going to try and explain it to you. But while you're watching on this network, there's a little button. Oh, actually, it says back. Let me just take that back. So if you look oops, let me center this damn thing. There's a button there that says live, if you can see it. It's a little red button.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you push that, like, you know that Paratalk Radio starts at 8 o'clock. So you get on here and you push live at 8 o'clock, it's going to bring this show up live automatically. If not, if you just go to Paranormal View channel, the Paranormal View channel is just going to show all of our past broadcasts. Isn't that cool? So
I like that.
It's playing the past broadcasts as well, which are all in there randomly because it's got an automatic and it just picks through our videos and runs them.
That's cool. I love it.
It's very cool. So how do you get there and how do you watch it? Easy. Yes. You go to WLFE-DB.com. It's right on the opening page. You go there. And it's going to show you the 3 channels. It's going to show you Paranormal View, LGBTQ Friends, and Variety Unlimited. You get to choose which one you want to watch. But just remember, the live button is when their show is live, like us right now. If you're trying to watch it, and you're seeing Krista Cesare, Cindy, and myself, down in the corner, halfway down, red button that says live, you hit that live button, and automatically, wait a minute, did I hit it?
Nope,
wait a minute. Oh, there we go.
Technical difficulties.
Come on. Well, you hit the button and it goes over. It goes over. It's supposed to.
Oh, that's really cool because there's not too much of a lag, I feel.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Right. And it's not much of a lag. But you hit that live button, it takes you right over to the live show that's scheduled, which is really cool. So again, it's to watch our channels, which is a part of the Stream Network TV. It's WLFE-DB.com. For anybody that has a show on the network, I'm asking you to push everybody to go to WLFE-DB.com because they can go there and watch our shows. Because you know how many times Cindy and I have been asked, hey, how do I get that last broadcast? Where can I see, that show that you did 3 years ago? Well, guess what? They're all playing on here. They're random. I don't know when it's scheduled, but you have right up at the top.
Oops. How do you go there from? I'm on WLFE-DB.
Right at the top, there's a thing called guide. If you push the guide. Did I push guide? I hope I pushed guide.
I don't know. All I'm seeing. Oh, shoot. What did it just do?
Anyways, there's a guide down there, and you can go through the guide, and it tells you what, like at 9 o'clock, what show's coming up. At 10 o'clock, what show's coming up. So that you can set a timer for yourself to go watch it.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's awesome.
But how do you get to...
How do you get to what, Cindy?
The stream or whatever it's called.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to go to stream.
But can I put it on my TV?
Do you have a PS4 and an Xbox?
I do, but I have a smart TV anyway.
You can look it up on smart TV. All you do is look for stream. STRIMM. I don't think it's on Roku, but you can check. You can check.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but you look for that, and it actually. I just put it on my PS4 last night, so I can sit there and watch every episode on my PS4.
That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, you're able to do that, and you can actually, there's a button there that says favorite channels, and you click that while you're watching it, and it actually makes that channel your favorite, so you never have to, search for it again because it's right underneath your favorites. So, a lot of really, really cool things. So, all right. I think it's great. So, there's that damn chair again. Every time I put my arms up like that is when Teddy's about to fall on his ass. All right, so I'm going to play a commercial real quick. I do want to show this for you. If you're watching the Paranormal Network, which is Paranormal View, which is a part of WLFE, this is the commercial on that to show you.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. Paratalk Radio is a member of radio.com. Download the app, search Paratalk Radio. One word. That's it. Pretty easy peasy. Radio.com.
WLFE DB Radio is on Spotify with all its great shows like Across the Pond, Inside the Drag Closet, Step into the Paranormal, Just Cindy, Where's My Sage, Unfiltered Talks with Bryce, Metal Mayhem ROC, Paratalk Radio, Real Talk with Dom, and more. So download the Spotify app today to stay connected to all your WLFE DB radio shows.
All right. Oops. Take that black screen off, Ted. So real quick, one more time. So I'm on the WLFE DB radio front page. Okay. So when you're doing that, if you look up, there's this blue thing right here. It takes my phone a second, but it'll show up. But there's which one's this? This is the LGBTQ friends one. Which it'll pop up. My phone's just being really stupid. But any of you can really do it. I mean, it will come up and it'll show. Oh, here it comes. A little bit of, there we go. There we go. There we go. So, that's a Talk with Teddy episode. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So it'll come up and it'll show all of our past shows, and you can just follow it. You can look for your live. You can look for anything and everything. I mean, it's really simple to use once you get going. And I love it. There's Inside the Drag Closet. There's
I know. I have it right here. It shows it shows Inside the Drag Closet.
Oh, and look at that. There's us live.
Right, yep, I have that one too.
Right there. So very easy. So easy peasy, guys. So remember, WLFE-DB.com. And I know you can put it on your PS4. At least I know. Or just come back to the website and watch it. It's there. So let's go right to the questions one more time. when we were talking about the full moon,
Oh, yeah.
anyone who was in the ER about the full moon. I was an EMT for 5 years with Avon Ambulance. Trust me, I know. Robert Barry says, "Is this like Discovery Plus?" Discovery Plus charges you $4.99 a month. We don't charge you anything.
There you go.
And we are more entertaining in some ways.
There you go. And we are talk shows. We're not, we're not some of that other stuff. So you're not going to get a genie out of a thing here. But anyways, there you go. So there's that. Technical difficulty on the thumbs, Ted. Yes. Robert White, thank you so much. WLFE-DB.com. Appreciate that. Genevieve says, that was fun, guys. Thanks for inviting me. Thank you for popping on. It was great. So, it's always fun to try something new. So we started out, just so give Lindsay some background information. We started out, Paratalk Radio just celebrated 5 years. Yeah. Cindy just celebrated 3 years with Paratalk Radio.
On the 19th, that was my third year.
Yep.
Wow. So actually, my 3 years, because Teddy asked me on the 12th of February of 2018, and my first, it's been 3 years since the first time on the 19th.
Yeah, you get comedy gold from Australia. There's the difference.
There you go.
That's right.
It's worth more than
That's right. Exactly. And guys, just so you know that you can tell if it's live broadcast because there's a little red button up at the top,
and it's got a little circle next to it.
Where is it? I don't know if they're going to be able to see it.
Yeah.
So you can see it. It's blinking in and out right there. You can see it.
Circle, and then it says live in the rectangle next to it.
Yep. So you're able to watch your lives. So which is really cool. Now, we started out just normal Facebooking, stuff like that. Actually, we started out in audio first. We started out in Mixlr audio. We became radio station first. And now we're streaming on 15 different audio from Spotify to iHeart to any of that stuff. And then we started doing Facebook Lives, which then evolved into, we tried out the Cutting Edge Network. And that was kind of cool for a little bit. And then that network shut down. And then so we've been looking for something for the past few months. And I came across Stream. I actually got an email, and I said, "Well, let me go check it out because we're really looking." And I contacted Big John, the owner of the network, and I said, "I'm going to try it." Yeah, me too. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it. And so for the first 14 days, we're free, and then after that, it's going to be a part of our network. So
does it charge us after that or something?
Yes, there is a fee for it. I mean, nothing's free. So, but this is the way. This is the way TV's going. Is everything's becoming streamed. So this is what's happening, and so for us, we decided to make the next step. So now we are not just DB Radio; we are also a digital broadcast network, which is very cool. Very
cool.
So,
that's awesome sauce.
Yeah. All right. So enough about that. So you guys go check out WLFE-DB.com to watch our TV channels. Paranormal View, which is all paranormal. LGBTQ Friends, which is all of your LGBTQ stuff. And Variety Unlimited is our third channel, and that is everything else. So, all right. So let's talk paranormal. So I asked Lindsay if she ever had a paranormal experience, and her answer is
yeah, for sure.
There you go. So do tell.
Well, my husband works at a music video venue called Buffalo Ironworks, and it's in Buffalo, New York, and it is very haunted. And to the point where when I first started my coaching business, we set up a little office for me there. This was pre-pandemic, and I could not concentrate at work. My electronics didn't work. I constantly was dealing with this energy, you know, as empaths, you know, you guys know, it's like, why am I so drained all the time? Why can't I concentrate? It wasn't necessarily anything like malicious that I could tell, but it was something that was like not allowing me to flow. Yeah.
Right.
And Josh, my husband, I mean, he'll have to pop on here at some point, but like so many stories, I could go on for forever, but people talking through the speakers at him.
You should just go there, Teddy.
We should. We'll set it up. Oh, Lindsay, come on. Let's do it. Let's do it together. That would be fun.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
All right, Cindy, road trip.
Christy walked in the building and was just like.
You're not allowed to tell me anything about the building, though. You're not allowed to tell me like any.
She's like, wait a minute, lock the key.
That's just how I work. I don't want to know anything. Like I want to go in blind. That's how I.
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome. Especially now, it's so easy unfortunately, with the pandemic. Yeah. It's been closed for about a year. So it's pretty easy to have you guys come in and look around.
All right, let's set it up. Let's do it. I'm ready. I am so jonesing to do an investigation.
Oh my God, I am too. Oh my God.
So talk to Josh. Let's set it up.
Josh is down.
Oh my God.
I'm Josh's spokesperson. Like I am.
Oh, I don't care, honey. Hey, I'm the boss. Remember, I'm the boss. We're doing this.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
She's got Josh trained. She knows.
That's so.
Get my coffee. Get my coffee.
Oh yeah, I bless him.
How long have you guys been married?
We got married in September 2018. So
wow.
It's been
3 years.
2.5
years. I'm gonna beat my son.
Let me do it.
But
way too willing.
Oh man.
Oh, wait, when in 2018? I'm sorry.
September. So about 2.5 years or so. Yeah. So it's really good.
Yes. Oh my God. When is your birthday?
October 27th.
Oh, so you're gonna be 31 this year.
Oh,
you're right,
girl.
Right before Samhain.
Yeah, right before Samhain. That is awesome.
Right before Halloween. Sorry.
Have you ever noticed that, like, because of your birthday, you start getting really energetic? A lot of things start happening for you, like, just everything starts to amp up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go, girl. There you go.
And it's like, yeah, I'm so. I mean, I'll have to pop on another time so I can hear more about your guys' stuff. But it's like I'm more of just like, if I walk into a place. Especially if I know the place, like someone will be like, oh, there was someone died in this room, right? Like older buildings where you get tours. Yeah. Like before they even say that, it's like you hit that wall or like something is like there. And that's more how I am. It's like, oh gosh. So I don't know.
You just got cool points with them.
I still have it, Robert. It's okay though. I shouldn't have messed with it. I should have taken my medicine a long time ago. I was with a friend early this morning. I had it last night.
Robert says, tell the kids to go to bed.
Yeah, seriously.
They won't listen.
Yeah. How old are all your kids? You have a daughter that's 30.
Yep, she'll be 30 in August. And
30.
then that's Jessica. Jansen will be 18 on the 28th of March.
Okay.
7 days before my birthday. And then Jet turned 16 on January 7th.
Nice. So you have 30, 18, 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a Capricorn in that family.
There is. Jet is that Capricorn. And not only that, he's a Scorpio rising.
Oh.
Sagittarius moon. So let's just get it all. Let's see. Let's just go from Scorpio to Sagittarius to Capricorn. Okay?
Mm-hmm. The whole season. The whole season.
Yes. Yep. Right in my house in one child. It's lovely.
But you know what's funny about that, Cindy, is that when you get older and you're alone, you'll be sitting there going, where are my kids?
No, it's the funny part is Spirit really has like made me aware of that. And, you know, Jansen being 18, his girlfriend is in the military, so she lives out of state already. So Jansen's graduating in June, and if he chose to, it wouldn't surprise me if he would like to marry Maddie. We've already both said stuff about it. I've already dreamt of my son's child and his girlfriend's child, and
wow.
So I already know that that's a possibility, and that, you know, and so I know that Jansen may opt to leave me, which makes me super sad because he told me he would never leave me. Mom, I'm going to live in your house with you till I'm 30. And I'm like, honey, your girlfriend might not like you living with your mom that long.
But you know what else is funny about all that, though, is like, this is going back to a paranormal topic. So when Cindy and I met, Lindsay, to give you a little bit of backfeed on Cindy and I had a case out in
Wayne County, right out here in Palmyra.
And I had nobody else. I have 2 teams and nobody was available. So I'm like, all right, Cindy, do you want to go with me? She's like,
well, you had some people with you, but you wanted a medium, and I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Christy and Tim are the one that brought up my name. They're like, hey,
I know,
with Tim, and Tim or Christy brought up my name and said, hey, I know a medium. I know a psychic medium, and that's how you got my name even.
Yeah, so I brought her. Well, we met there, and then we did this place, and it was cool. I mean,
it was really cool.
And I loved his stories. I mean, he was telling us point blank, this kid was tugging on his pants, and I mean, all this stuff. It was a great time. I still have all the information on it, and then shortly after that, Cindy came on the show, I think, or something. I don't remember what it was,
we had done their place a couple times by that.
Yeah.
And then you had me go down to someplace down near you.
Yeah.
That house.
Yeah.
And I had done that once, and then you had me come down again, and there was another psychic there at the same time.
Yep.
And I had then done that house a third time, I think, with you. I did it at least 3 times, if not more than that, with you.
Well, that's because you know how I work. I can't do just one location. I can't do a location once. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So, and I remember. So, finally, at one point, our guest, my co-host, left. So I was like,
so I did the show for Halloween.
Yeah, that's right.
Before she left. That Halloween, 2017. And Jessie had just gotten married. My daughter had just gotten married earlier in the year. Yeah. I married them, and they'd been together like, oh my gosh, since Jessica was 20. So
my sister's name is Jessica.
Is she? Oh, I love it. She's Jessie Lynn.
Oh, my sister is Jessica Lee.
Oh my gosh, stop it! Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I just call her Jessie Lynn. Listen, my children have so many names from me; it's ridiculous.
Well, anyways, after that, I just called her up one day. I said, "Hey, I know you're not working.
No. This was the best." So I literally.
She had to tell the story.
I'm literally coming home. I'm so upset because I just got fired from my job.
My gosh.
Literally, I just got fired.
Universe.
And yes, because they'd been telling me to get out of there because I didn't need it anyway. I just was doing it because I was in fear, right? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
you understand that. I just was in a place of fear at that moment, and it wasn't necessary for me to be there. And I figured it out one day. This is what the hysterical thing is one day, it was right around Christmas, and Spirit's like, okay, you need to think about this. And all of a sudden I'm like, why am I here? And I talked to my girlfriend who's at the service desk of BJ's with me. And she says to me, and this is how the whole conversation started. She says, how much much you get paid for one of your readings? I go, $60 for a half an hour. She goes, why are you here? And I'm like, oh my God, why am I here? I'm here for 5 hours. I'm making over a little tiny bit over $60 for these 5 hours.
Yep.
And I'll have taxes taken out. And that's not even counting my 45-minute on a great day with no traffic. And since this is the dead of winter, it's over an hour to get home tonight. Why am I here? And Spirit's like, are you finally going to fucking listen to us?
Yeah.
And then then the next month came, January. I was sicker than a dog for almost, at the end of January, I was sick for almost a full month. I had called off for almost a week in February. And they're like, hey, you came back. You're well. Thanks. Bye. You're fired. But I was late all the time. That's really what it came down to. They're like, Cindy, I love you. You know I love you. You know you're putting me in a terrible position because it was my friend who is the manager, and I felt terrible. But it's the same thing. You know when it's time to go.
Yes.
And you fight it, and Spirit will just make it happen anyway. And then Teddy calls me, and he's like, how are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy to hear from you. It's been the worst day. He's like,
and then Spirit's like gives you this brand new thing, right? In space of what you let go of.
Amazing, because he's like Rebecca just left, and I was like, what? I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, yeah, Becca's going on to new and different things. She's focusing on her music, and I'm like, yay, Becca. He's like, would you like to be my co-host? I'm like, I'm done, yeah.
That's amazing.
It was amazing. I'm like, you don't even understand what a terrible day I've had. I just got fired. He's like, what? I'm like, but then you call me and offer me this, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
The universe works.
Universe.
Right.
I was thinking of calling my show like Conversations with Source or something, but I don't know. That's like what I view it as. It's like drop in and like talk to us.
But I really like it. It flows. Card pulls and coffee just flows. I really like that.
I wanted like simplicity, like you know what you're getting, you know, and
you know what you're getting.
We're getting card pulls. Okay?
So tell us again what time. So it's Fridays at what time?
7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep.
Perfect. 7 to 8.
I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. And this Friday is your first one.
Yes.
So everybody go watch. Everybody go watch.
I'll make sure I tell everybody on my tarot show on Tuesday.
And I'll make sure to promote you guys too, of course. Happy to help everyone.
Yeah. My tarot show isn't on WLFE, but my Just Cindy is. Yeah.
Just Cindy. Okay.
Yeah. Which is a wild show. In fact, our voiceover girl came up with the cutest thing.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
And I think she was trying to be funny with it, just kind of joking around it. But we actually used it. She came around and she goes, "Just Cindy, you never know what that girl's gonna say."
Exactly, and that's
boom.
That's completely the truth.
Yeah, and it just
never know what this girl's gonna say.
Oh, she's had some interesting shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I need to get her shows going on. You need to get yours up on YouTube.
On where?
Well, you got to get them listed on your Spreaker. You haven't done that in 4 months, but we need to get them up on. If you start downloading your videos.
My videos are on my YouTube.
Oh, are they? Okay. All right. Just Cindy is?
Yeah, because it goes right to my just. So then
I can do it then. I can take them right from your YouTube.
Yeah, it goes right from I video on my StreamYard to my Cindy Facebook, my Psychic Cindy Facebook.
Is that what it's called?
It's Psychic Cindy on Facebook. It's The Psychic Cindy on YouTube.
Okay.
And it is on my Tuesday is on. Also, besides mine, it's on Psycho Bunny Death Cult.
Right.
And then my Just Cindy is on WLFE.
Cool.
Facebook.
Now I can do that then. Direct YouTube link. You're right, Robert. Awesome. So that's gonna be cool.
What do you mean
So-
direct YouTube link?
Basically, I just take your YouTube link and I make it direct and I just add it into our TV channel. It's very easy with YouTube. It's easier with the YouTube than it is anything else. So like I've already set Lindsay up, I think. So her stuff goes right to YouTube. So her stuff will go right direct as well. Now here's the question, because I wasn't sure, like, should I put the psychic shows in the variety or should I put them in the paranormal?
You can put them in both.
I'm good with either. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm not sure where I should put them until we get more psychics. But where's my sage is going over there in the psychic things, and Christy has her readings. So
right.
Yeah.
So I could put you guys in the paranormal view.
I'm good with whatever we think.
Yeah, because my Just Cindy show is more of a variety talk show.
Which would go to variety. So Just Cindy would go to variety.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah. Rob and Joan. I love it because they're still here. They're like,
that's what I said too.
Both.
That's what I said.
But yeah, so because
wait, Lindsay, do you have a baby?
No. Do you see a baby?
I do. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I keep seeing this little boy running around you. I'm like, okay, he must be there. Like I thought I have goosebumps all over my body. The truth has been spoken. I feel a baby boy for you.
So we're not
little Josh.
No.
Little Lindsay boy version.
Oh, yeah, we're not trying yet, but I mean, whenever he's not furloughed anymore, basically, we're like, maybe we'll start.
I have a feeling that when she does get a little boy, it's going to be an old name. It's not going to be something normal.
I feel like Aiden or
See?
Sebastian. Yeah, see, Sebastian. I can see that too. It's so funny though. I keep seeing Aiden though. So
okay.
Oh, Robert. Now they are getting clucky.
What does that mean? What do you mean by clucky? That must be
us being all giddy and fun and.
That makes
I think so too, Robert. Yes.
But whatever.
I love his energy, by the way, Lindsay. Just so you know.
The babe.
Yeah.
Oh. That makes me happy. Yeah, I'm getting to the point. I wasn't ready for a long time.
No,
and now I'm like, okay.
I told my daughter she was forbidden, and my niece, that because they're literally 6 months apart to the day. So my niece just had her 30th birthday on the 7th of February. Excuse me. So she just turned 30. Jessica is August 7th. They're 6 months apart to the day. And so I have forbidden them that they are not allowed to have children because my niece we call her my niece daughter, and I'm her aunt mom. And she's my sister's daughter by birth, but she's my daughter by soul.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are very close. And Jessica and Maria are super close. They're sister cousins. They're sister cousins. They're cousin sisters. And I've told them both that they were banned. They were not allowed. They could not have any children before the age of 30. And they said, well, that's fine because you gave us the best birth control at the age of 12 by having those boys.
Oh my God.
So my sons were the best birth control, and they are both, listen, even if Jessica gets pregnant right now, she will not have her child until after I'm 50, which was the prerequisite, really, because I am not going to have any grandbabies before the age of 50 because I am way too young for that.
I've got to tell you that I am hearing laughing and I'm hearing an imitation of Cindy saying, "You get back in there. Get back in there.
Yes.
Get back in there. Not yet. Not yet."
Listen, my niece, even if she gets pregnant and Jessica gets pregnant, they will not have their children until after they've already been 30 and after I'm already 50.
It's all good.
I believe I've won.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Even my daughter's best friend will not have her first baby until after I'm 50. So it worked for the friends too. However, I had told Heather, which is Jesse's bestie, I told Heather just this past, fall time when we saw her, because she lives in North Carolina now. I said, "Oh my God, I feel a baby around you, Heather. You're going to be pregnant soon." Literally, she got pregnant on that vacation. We found out afterward. But the thing is, what I said was, "Heather, I think you're going to get pregnant and everybody else is going to get pregnant after you," which means Jessica, Maria, and Jessica's other cousin, Heather. I think they all are going to get pregnant. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
One after another. But this is the thing is, I know what my grandchildren look like because I've seen them. They're so adorable. Oh God, they're so cute.
I love it.
Folks, this is what happens when you have psychic friends. They spoil it all.
They're like, this is
so let's hope that when the babies do come, Cindy's still super excited.
No.
Because all I could think of is like the first baby comes, she goes, "Oh, I already saw you."
Listen, so I saw my children before they were born. Jet is the only one I didn't see in his form. I saw him in his sister's form. I know that probably sounds super weird to everybody, but Jet was supposed to be his sister. His sister was supposed to be born, but she didn't want to be born to their father, so she asked if she didn't have to be born, and then Jet took her birth order, so it switched birth order. So I always saw my daughter. However, my daughter is in a different body now. And I know her too.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Well,
yeah, I'm feeling... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I feel like I'm feeling a girl first, Luna, and then Sebastian. So that's what I don't
know. You might.
I'm okay with whatever happens.
I'm telling you,
whatever happens down there.
Knocking on Mama's door.
They're like ready, bro. I feel their souls like, hello. And my husband's like, we need more money. And I'm like, okay, well.
Listen,
they never. You can never.
Cervix, Mom.
You can never be fully prepared for it. It's gonna happen when it happens.
Yep.
Do you know who knows the answer to this? Mother Nature. She says, this is when it's happening.
Yeah. I love this though. This was so great, guys. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, I'm glad you came. I mean, this was fun.
I literally thought you were going to tell me, yes, you had a son, because I literally kept feeling him running around, like downstairs. Like, it's weird. It's so strange.
Well, we're getting close to the end here. We didn't even really talk much about paranormal stuff, but still, it was fun. I mean, we set up. We're going to go do one.
Well, I do want to make sure that Lindsay gets through, and like, how can people book with you? What are you doing? How can
they find you?
Oh yes, okay.
Your socials.
Free.
I love her energy.
I do too.
Free Facebook group, Rock Your Fear. So feel free to join that. My business's name is Picture Perfect Mind. So you can email me at pictureperfectmind@gmail.com and check out my website, pictureperfectmind.com. You can find me on Facebook and join my free group. What'd you say? Oh, Picture Perfect Mind.
Is that what you said? Rock Your Fear?
Rock Your Fear. Like
I've got Rock Your Fear on Facebook. I got that. Rock Your Fear on Facebook. Now I'm working on Picture Perfect
Mind at Gmail.
pictureperfectmind at gmail.com.
And
my website is pictureperfectmind.com.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Mind.com.
And I do I do energy clears, I do coaching, I do card readings, I'm kind of like, depending on what you're experiencing and what you want help with, we pull it all together.
There, Rock Your Fear on Facebook,
you.
pictureperfectmind at gmail.com and pictureperfectmind.com.
Yes. Perfect.
Cool. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
This has been so much fun tonight. I did not expect to have this much fun. It was great. I know the people that
much fun. Listen, that much fun.
People look at and we've gone through this before. People, it's supposed to be a paranormal show. That's not paranormal. Well, you know what? We are paranormal. We love talking about everything. And Paratalk Radio, anything that's different, that's not norm, we've got it right here. I mean, and it's fun and it's off the cuff. Nothing's planned. And it is what it is. We have a good time here.
Yeah,
and,
we do.
I love having guests that are just so freaking relaxed and fun like you. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, Christy was the same way. First time we had Christy on, oh my God, can that girl laugh? Oh my God.
She does laugh a lot. I love it. She's so joyful.
She is. She's amazing. And then her and Mike's show. Where's my sage? I love their show, and I love the beginning the most because Mike is always screwing something up, and you hear Christy laughing at him all the time.
Oh my God.
We laugh at him constantly.
Oh my God, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. So I do want to bring
Robert, did you see what Robert wrote? Oh, Luna Jade. Nice name.
Luna Jade, nice name. That's
Luna
what he just
Jade. Ooh, Luna Jade. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. You can't fool Mother Nature, but you can piss her off.
Yes, Robert, I agree. He said, Cindy, you're much funnier when you don't have a head.
Barry wants to know if you deal with crystals.
Well, I have crystals all around. I'm not like an expert on crystals, but always have them.
Yeah.
Always learning more.
Cindy, you're much funnier.
I know, that's what I just said. He's right, though. I mean, I'm still funny, but just not as funny.
Oh, that is so funny. We're talking about Luna Jade, and guess who's on? Jade.
Jade DeVere.
It's a sign.
It's a sign.
Oh, God damn, her makeup looks great.
Yeah, she looks great tonight. Well, that's not live. That's past, but
yeah.
I love. Have you ever seen her dressed up as a vampire lady, like a vampire mistress? Oh my God! I wanted to dress up like that and get on Genevieve's show and talk about Edgar Allan Poe. I think because Genevieve's show with Edgar Allan Poe, she does all these really creepy things, but her show is so amazing. Genevieve's show is amazing. But so is Inside the Drag Closet. I love that show. I watch it every Wednesday at work. I'm like, oop, there it is.
Yay.
I'm terrible.
Love that. And now we get to see you on Fridays. That's
Fridays at 7.
Yeah.
And the best part about that, Lindsay, is that if you run a little late, you're okay because the next show doesn't start till 8:30.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you for sharing that with me.
If you get a couple minutes over,
Who's
don't
on at
dress.
8:30 then?
That's Kenny Biddle.
Oh, Kenny, yes.
Yep, Kenny's 8:30 to 10. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, thanks for sharing. Just so I'm not like, I have to end right now.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. And since we're talking about that stuff, I missed this earlier. This is for Robert White in Australia. He supported
tapping on my parlor. Sorry.
He supports WLFE so much that he went out and purchased a Teddy the Werewolf t-shirt.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Amazing.
That was designed by Genevieve's husband for me.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
It's
actually me as a werewolf.
That's really
amazing.
Cool. Yeah. So, also, guys, and this is something that I don't know if Cindy caught up with this or not, but there's a special broadcast on WLFE on March 6th.
Yeah.
It starts at 8:00. We're going till 11, or until at least everybody has a chance to talk.
That's on Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday.
No, that's a Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
It's just the WLFE DB radio special broadcast. That's all it's called. It's going to happen maybe once a month if we're lucky. Just every once in a while, we're going to want to talk about something new that's happening, and so on and so forth.
Yes, I have it on here. Yep, the 1 year anniversary.
Yep, that's a 1 year anniversary for WLFE, and it's also an invitation for all of our shows to come and talk about their shows, and to meet some of our special friends that support those shows.
Yay.
So, it'll be a good time. It'll be a lot of fun. So, and we do support Psycho Bunny and Psychomantium 13 and all those other guys, and I know that they have a show on at the same time. And so, guys, pick and choose, do what you need to do, but we all like to work together with things, and these shows are all beautiful no matter what, and they're a lot of fun. It's so funny because when I was younger, I hated talk radio. Hated. Oh, sorry, Lindsay.
I almost spit out my drink because I was like, how ironic is that?
Right.
I hated talk radio, but now it's like I love it.
We have fun. We have so much fun with it.
Oh my God, we did.
You're going to have such a great time with it.
Oh yeah. With Paratalk Radio, I even when we went to the New Jersey Para-Unity, I even went down and I recorded interviews with people and then brought it back to the show, which is a lot of fun. And guys, Gettysburg Battlefield Bash is in August. We're there for 4 days. We're going to be doing live remotes. Any show that's on WLFE that wants to come down and hang out with us for the weekend is going to be able to do their live show right there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. But, we got to get out of here because it's been 2 hours already. I can't believe it's been 2 hours. Where did the time go?
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's right.
Well, you know what, Lindsay, thank you for coming and joining the WLFE family. I think we're going to fit in perfectly.
Show starts. I'm super excited for you.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you guys for the warm welcome, and it's just been a joy to be in your energy and just to be part of the family. And I'm sure you'll be guests if you would like to on my show as well.
Oh yeah,
that would be fun to do.
That would be fun. Yeah. And guys, don't forget that Dom show is coming up right after us. And he actually has some of our other network people on his show tonight. He's doing like a vendor show, and some like Chanel is over there tonight.
Oh, nice.
So Chanel will be on there, and Chanel is a dear friend.
I love
Chanel does I don't know if you're familiar with her, Lindsay, but Chanel is one of those rock and stone people. Crystals, stones, rocks. She gets a lot of unique things.
She does her show on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Central, and it's 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
So that's what Robert does too. Robert does the same thing. So I'm trying to get Robert to get his show over so he can show us how he makes everything, makes the jewelry and brushes down the stones and all that stuff. He told me like 3 weeks ago he hasn't thought of a name yet, but
he said he saw it and purchased it. It took 3 weeks to get there, and he said 2 weeks is standard from the U.S., but due to sickness and COVID, they added a third week. Wow, for him to get that T-shirt.
Well, I'm glad you got it.
I know, it's so cute, fun. I love it.
Well, when we're gonna like Cindy, we're gonna do our normal closing. And I'm going to run this again for Miss Lindsay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the merchandise commercial real quick. And then we're going to go out and we're just going to see you guys next Monday. And next Monday is...
What do we got coming up, my friend?
It's been really weird because I have gotten so many different types of people in the paranormal reaching out, and they're so similar and so close as in dates. It's really, really interesting. Next,
Rocks by Rob. Ooh, I like that. Rocks
I like
by
that.
Rob.
Rocks by
I do.
Rob.
Or Heart
That's
of Glass
awesome.
or Heart of Stone. I like Rocked by Rob.
So do I. I think that would be a great show.
I love that one. Rocked by Rob.
Yeah. So
Robert.
Robert.
Okay, so we've been getting a lot of different kind of cool things, and what is
and you know we've been getting a lot of people lately from the UFO community reaching out about a lot of stuff that's been going on.
Yeah,
and there is a lot going on in that community right now.
Yeah.
And so I myself, I can't wait to see what this gentleman brings to the table. He is Randy Liebeck, and he is he's got a show called The Afterlife Chronicles. And he talks about the paranormal, psychical research, everything.
Good night, Carter.
What's that?
I said good night, Carters. They said good night.
Good night, Carters. So so it's going to be fun next week too. So we're going to talk about a little bit of everything next week. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited about that, Teddy.
Yeah, and then that weekend is going to be our special WLFE DB radio, and then we are on March 8th. We are having author Vanessa Hogel. You'll have to look her up, guys. She's got some great books. And then we got Maria Maldana. I screwed up her name already, but she's going to be joining us. This is all March. March is going to be like really filled to the tilt. And then, right on down the line, the 22nd, 29th, we got so many things coming up, and UFOs. Awesome. We're getting some good shows coming in.
Good. I love
be a lot
it,
of fun.
Daddy.
So,
you have going on for yourself this week?
What's that?
What do you have going on for yourself this week?
Oh, this week for me, God, to be honest with you, tomorrow, special broadcast WLFE during the day. I'm going to be sitting down and singing and talking with my guitar player. Don't have a time yet. Yep, okay. Facebook. I don't have a time yet because it all depends on when he can actually show up. Because today we were supposed to do it, but the snow, because he lives in Warsaw, New York, and they got like blizzard conditions down there.
Ooh,
so nice. He couldn't. So tomorrow, we've planned it for tomorrow. He will be here. We will set things up and it'll look a little different. And him and I will be playing guitar and singing for like an hour tomorrow. And
that'll be on WLFE.
That'll be on WLFE. But I will post the time so that everybody knows if they want to join us.
Because I don't go on Facebook.
Yeah, I will. But I was a part of the band Double Cross for over 20 years. It was something I started. We toured the East Coast. I played in front of thousands. And so Daryl's kind of like, I just love Daryl to death. He's a great guy, great guitar player, a lot of fun. And we always clicked on stage. So it's like when you saw us on stage, it was like our side was always rocking. You know what I mean? It was always a lot of fun. And so we just had that thing that clicked. So
Barry says get some Bigfoot shows too.
Actually, I'm going to, because I'm going to reach out to Mike because I wanted to bring Mike in about some Bigfoot stuff. Awesome. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And Steve Culls is going to come back as well.
Yeah.
I love Steve. So there's a lot of different things that we're going to be talking about and bringing back. But anyways, tomorrow, WLFE, look for it. There'll be notices when it happens. It'll be a fun little hour of just singing and having some fun. You guys get to see me in a different mood, in a different side of Teddy. Different side of Teddy.
Love it.
So that'll be fun. All right. So I'm going to say that this is the end of the show for everybody. Thank you so much, Lindsay.
Tell everybody about me.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Cindy.
Listen, if he doesn't ask, I will just do it for myself. So we know that, as Teddy loves to call it, Taco
Tuesday.
I call it Tarot Tuesday. Tarot Tuesday will be on Psychic Cindy on Facebook, The Psychic Cindy on YouTube, and on Psycho Bunny Death Cult tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on WLFE DB Radio and Psychic Cindy on Facebook and The Psychic Cindy on YouTube. That is a Thursday night at 8 p.m. And that is my Just Cindy podcast.
Right. Okay. Sounds great. Are we all good now?
I'll get in the hood.
Okay, everybody, don't forget that wherever there is darkness, there is always the light.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab, and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
Thank you for listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy. Catch us next Monday for another fantastic guest. Please check out our show as well as others on the WLFE DB Radio Network. And remember, like, follow, and share with everyone.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.